I want to show you this, which is incredible. I just need to close it so we can have our wow moment. Are you ready? Hey you, welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. We are back to tour another wonderful house by Owl Homes. We're at Lindley Walk, which is a development in Higham on the Hill, again by Owl Homes that I mentioned earlier. And this house behind me is the Twycross. The Twycross is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom property. It's approximately, at the time of touring it, listed for around £495,000, and its approximate size is 1,345 square feet. Now, if all of that sounds interesting, stay with us. Let's get straight into the external tour. Now, I just want to mention before we get straight into it, we're on a live site. So this would be the absolute best time to get involved if this is something you're interested in, maybe to book a visit and see the show home for yourself. Externally, the Twycross, as you can see, it's very symmetrical, but it definitely has a lot more installed. It's definitely got multiple aspects. The garden is actually on the side over there. You can see the timber door. We'll show you more. And it's a red bricked house. You can see from the front, we've got a porch canopy, which is striking. And then I love this really pared down, very muted sage green front door with a diamond shape in the middle. We've got windows either side with a cross formation inside, casement windows, and then black gutters and rainwater goods with the white windows. It's a really nice traditional home with paving down the side, accessing your private garage and your private driveway, and then paving all the way to your front door. So let's go inside so I can show you more. Come inside. And oh, guys, welcome home. Okay, so glad to be back with another fabulous Owl Homes and Newbuild homes. So first impressions, right? So we're going to talk about the front door. I love this diamond shaped insert in the door. We're seeing a lot more of these now in new build homes because the corridors, the hallways of the past, kind of leaving them in the past. We're going to bring in lots of natural light and vibrancy back into these spaces. And I'm loving seeing that because not only does it function as, you can obviously peep through to see who's at the front door, but you also get a general sense of what's happening outside, weather-wise. That's a tongue twister. Anyway, let's get straight into the first impression of the hallway. White door, really good, works really well with the rest of the ironmongery and the woodwork as well that's painted in white, and everything's done in like a bright white high gloss shine, which I like, which is kind of like a classic finish. We've got a radiator in this space as well. We've got this inlaid carpeting here, which is just fantastic, protecting your beautiful luxury vinyl tiled floor. I said tiled, but it's actually a luxury vinyl product, which makes it very, very hard wearing. And they've done it in this herringbone wood grain effect. I love it. We've also got like a sealant going all the way around the perimeter. So things that you do see in modern construction, that's going to be really good for, acoustic and also keeping out drafts, which is really important during these colder seasons. So we've got the staircase going up over here, and then towards this end of the hallway, we've got two mystery doors at this end. I just want to say I like the kind of introduction of the traditional materials as well, letting the wood peek through, the solid wood. If you're going to use real materials, it's nice to kind of have that obvious rather than always painting over it. So I like that, and I also like the doors they've chosen. So this mystery door is your understair store cupboard, a very useful space, and obviously it can work as a cloak as well. Just need to install some hooks on the wall. There's also wall space over there, but I would also recommend maybe a light to be added on. So that's something you could do on a sensor as well. That's a really cool add-on. So yeah, let's talk about what we're seeing in terms of the doors and the ironmongery that I kind of alluded to earlier. We're seeing this kind of like wood grain kind of veneer effect, this wood grain door, and then in this paneled cottage style, we've got these black handles, I'm saying handles, we've got chrome hinges, and then the architraves around each of the door and the skirting boards are exactly in the same style with that kind of beveled shadow gap detail. And then we've got our downstairs toilet. So I love the fact that the flooring continues all the way in. Guys, whenever you can, try and do that because it makes this space feel way more spacious as well. I like it. It's a two-piece suite. So that means we've got two pieces of white goods, a sink and a toilet. Then you've got your, oh, this is really good. You've got a towel rail in chrome rather than kind of like your standard radiator. We've got half height tiling shown in this version and it wraps all the way around. That's a really nice luxurious touch to the space. Obviously, things like that are usually upgrades and you can choose if you wanted the space to be fully tiled. And yeah, so this is the downstairs toilet. Must mention also there's spotlights in there. Things like lighting fixtures are normally customizable as well. The doors feel really weighty, which is really nice. Now I'm going to show you, I don't want to come too close to you. I want to show you this, which is incredible. I just need to close it so we can have our wow moment. Are you ready? I mean, and there's already the wow moment there. It's a bit of a spoiler. It's incredible. I love this on this development. So you have the option to have these glass inlaid panels in the door as well, which really makes this such a beautiful entrance. So wow, come inside. It's another kind of like a welcome to my home moment. Absolutely love this space. Where do I begin? Let me start by going all the way to the end of the room. It's a few steps all the way to the end. And guys, look at this. It's a rectangular floor plan. And I always go on about how I love these. Look how beautiful the furniture arrangement is. And there's lots of options. But I think the easiest thing with the best thing about rectangular floor plans is the fact that you can actually create a dedicated focal point really easily. So they've got a large 3-seater, which is actually probably a 4-seater. Yeah. So they've got oversized furniture, one over there, a large love seat over there, another love seat opposite, huge end tables, a pair on each side, lots of gorgeous paneling. So you can create a focal point on this side or on that side. They've gone with this side, which makes sense because as you come into the room, you kind of see the TV and then the occupants of the room are kind of like hidden. That's kind of like a traditional thing, which you come into a room and you're not kind of like seeing people straight away right in front of you. It's very kind of comfortable to sit in a room and not feel like people are coming at you. But again, if you like to keep an eye on what's going on outside, you can flip the furniture around. This floor plan lets you do it. But main thing I want to mention is the abundance of windows. We've got a large unit over there and then it's a singular window over here, guys, but it's very tall. It's very tall, very big, and it opens, letting in lots of fresh air, ventilation, and then another large unit over there. These are all large units, and I love that. So you've got a dual aspect, views over the front of the house, which we came through this aspect, and then views over the side. Now heading back to the hallway, we can see our landing all the way to the top. I love that connection between downstairs and upstairs. Now this is the next room, guys. Are you ready? So I love the continuation of the flooring. This is your open plan dining kitchen space. Wow. Okay. So again, you know what? Sometimes you do see a lot of show homes and they're staged within an inch of their lives. And you feel like they're so beautiful, but you feel like it's unrealistic. I feel like this is just really quaint and I love it. It's very beautifully done. So you can see there, they've kind of put 3 chairs on one side, right? And they've kind of given you a hint of how you can use the space. You can add 2 additional chairs and create an 8-seater. You can remove the bench. You can add 2 benches so it can be an even larger table. And then we've got the kitchen size. So now I'm going to talk about the kitchen space. So as you can see, the kitchen is like L-shaped. Some people call it R-shaped. Yeah, so guys, the kitchen's kind of like a wraparound kitchen with a bit of an additional area over there. We'll show you more about what's in there in a second, but let's start methodically. There's a lot of space. Starting over here, we've got just so much storage. Oh, wow. I love the dual tone cabinetry. We've got green, it's like a mint green on the outside. Actually, I would call it more of a sage green on the outside, and then a wood veneer on the inside. I love that pairing of the two. They're all on soft closes, so no banging, no noise at all. I love these kind of like dark, almost like nickel like handles. Very beautiful, very classy. Again, these are choices, colors and finishes and ironmongery. They're all choices you can make. We've also got this shaker style cabinet as a choice here, paired with this beautiful kind of light colored man-made stone worktop. We've got a 1.5 sink, stainless steel, a really cool matte black mixer tap there. And then my favorite, a window in front of the sink. And look how wide that is, whoever staged this, don't get angry. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potted plants with window. It's very big. And also the height of the upstand is quite tall, because sometimes you do have that they're too close to the wet area, which means you get a lot of water on those sills, but not in this case at all. So you've got beautiful views of your garden, and then it wraps around, give you ample work surface over here. Options that we're looking at here, we're seeing the downlighters. We're also seeing the kind of nickel plated sockets as well. We're seeing just all this beautiful cabinetry all the way around. And then I like the fact that this is, oh, look at this. This is a dummy cabinet. We do first impression tours, guys. And so we've got here like an ample space for your cutlery and your utensils, a wide Bosch extractor fan. We've continued that beautiful material for the worktop as a splashback. And then we've got a 5-burner induction hob by Bosch. Bosch is a fantastic brand. And again, it's an induction hob with a large one, actually 2 large ones, so the wok can go there. That's really practical. We've got wall mounted units here as well, again on soft closes, and then your boiler discreetly hidden there. That's a Logic Combi ESP135, and then more appliances can be housed there. I did miss out, let's scoot around really quickly. This is the dishwasher space over here. Yeah, and that's also by Bosch. And then we finished the kitchen space. We've got a double oven unit over here by Bosch. I love this. Again, do I need to explain why this is so excellent? You have the turkey in here and the vegetables on the top, and you don't have to worry about, having to make people wait extended periods of time to get both finished, and they can be finished perfectly on time. We've got a Bosch fridge as well, which looks like it's in a 70-30 arrangement with a freezer below it. And I'm wondering, should we look into the bonus room or save that? We're going to go into the bonus room, which you guys can already see a little bit of. This is your utility pantry, larder, all your pug's, I was going to say your pug's bedroom, but some people will have the bedrooms upstairs, aka the pugs sleep with the owners. I don't have dogs, you can tell. So this is the pug utility room, pantry, all of that. We've got the same quality finishes all the way across the bottom, giving you ample storage. We've also got hidden appliance there, and also we've got more storage on that side. We've got the sink here with the same matte black mixer tap, and again, lots of worked surface to play with. So you can kind of use this as your second kitchen. Some people call it the dirty kitchen, prep kitchen, or chef's kitchen if you're really fancy. We've also got a large glazed door. It's kind of like having a window in your utility, and that goes straight into your driveway. And so that's really actually very handy in terms of parking there, bringing in like your shopping, sorting out the food in the fridge, or when you do the washing, and then you take it out round the back to dry it in the garden. That's great to have. Now, if you back, I'm going to show you this bonus space. So guys, it's not complete without a garden tour. So we are going to show you this lovely show home garden in a second. And now we're going to walk past the front of the house to show you one of the 2 entrances into the garden. So through the paving, again, you can see the opposite side. You've got access to your garage, which is very convenient. So you don't have to walk around the house. You can take the bins out that way or that way, very convenient. Again, we've got the paving here, and I like the fact that it's been done in like it's kind of like a grayish paving rather than that really bright yellowish buff colored. It's just a nice twist, isn't it? You can see some of the brickwork detailing here, the kind of the pushed out bricks there, the feature bricks, and then the vertical soldier course. They're called soldiers because they're like in a line. Above the heads of the windows there. And then you can see the back, we don't have the grids because we are just maximizing views out into the garden. We've got lawn here and then kind of like a series of graveled flower beds. I'm going to just walk over the lawn just for demonstration purposes. So this particular plot has a curved wall. So it's because it's at the edge of the development, the edge of the road, it's actually got a brickwork wall there. And then at the back, we've got this solid close bordered timber fencing all the way around the back. And I just want to say, sometimes you get a mix of different materials and it all depends on which particular plot you decide to choose. So guys, if you want us to do a video on helping you find which particular plot you should choose or giving you tips, just let us know in the comments below. We will do that. And now let's go back into the house and then show you more of what's in store. So that was the garden. Now that we're back inside, just before we leave the space, I just have to mention, I do really love the decor. I love the fact that they've gone with a pendant fixture. So lighting again is completely customizable. Having one here creates such a beautiful focal point. And then they've put in a lighting fixture that has 5 light points coming from it. But again, it's all coming from one central point on the ceiling that's customizable. Again, actually, I've noticed outside of the kitchen zone, we still have the same beautiful kind of nickel plated, nickel colored, nickel effect light switches. We've got a radiator under here, and I'm not sure I mentioned about this window. It's another large window facing the front. Again, this is a dual aspect room with a side on garden. Coming around, now we're gonna go upstairs. So you ready? Follow me. Okay guys, so now we're on the landing. I was going to say the first floor landing, but this is a 2-story home, so there's only downstairs, ground floor on the first floor. We're in the UK guys, first floor is this level. So yeah, can I just show you a landing tour? This is one of the first homes I'm going to give you a landing tour. This is a proper landing. Now this house is 1,345 square feet, and you can definitely feel it in terms of the space and the whole feel of the whole house. So I'm looking down all the way down to the ground floor. I can see the downstairs toilet, and this is such an open space. We also have a window off the landing, which I love. And look how big and chunky that radiator is. This is a warm and cozy space. And as soon as we're upstairs, we've got carpeting. So it's nice and plush and quiet upstairs. And now I'm going to show you one of the first rooms on this floor. This is a single bedroom. As you can see, it's staged as a nursery. So you kind of have to imagine, instead of having this gorgeous crib, we all have like a single bed. A single bed would easily fit in this area. We also need to mention, even though this is a single, this is a dual aspect room again. So you've got a window over there and a window over here. And I love that. So a little thing to note is that this is a guardrail as well, and it's extra security because these are opening windows. And again, this is a single kids bedroom. That's another reason why. And we're on the first floor. That's if you're wondering. What else did I want to mention? I like the fact that on the side, we actually have a full picture window with no bars. But on the front of the house, we've got that theme, don't we, with the bars in the middle. So that's a bit more traditional. And then we've got a fitted wardrobe over here. Back in the ye old days of property vlogs, guys, I was known to walk into wardrobes because I wanted to show you the proportion. There is a vertical pole here. I can probably squeeze round, but no one needs to see that. The point is, it's a large, spacious wardrobe, goes from floor to ceiling, and it's normally an upgrade. Bear that in mind, but it's something you can potentially add. And then again, you can see in the show home, they've still kept with those gorgeous faceplates, so the light switches. The decor in here, I must mention, is excellent. I love the paneling and that sage green as well. And then this kind of like woodland creatures theme all the way around. Love it. So now let's go back in the hallway. And let me show you the second bedroom on this floor. So you can see this is probably a double bedroom, But again, I like the fact that they've showed that it can easily accommodate two twins. So obviously, with it being a single bed, it's perfectly appropriate for it to go up against the wall because there's only one person who's going to sleep in it. And there's only one way to get out of bed. That's perfectly fine. I love the fact that they've done this because a lot of people would just be like, oh, well, it's a double bedroom, just put a double in it. But I think you can kind of imagine that it's perfectly sized actually for a twin, especially if those two siblings get on. Anyway, so you've got another dual aspect, but instead of going with a picture window, because this is the view facing one of the access roads as well, whilst the other view faces your private garden, because this faces the kind of like the public face of the house. We've got that crisscross in embedded grid in the glass there, and we've also got it here too. So I love that. And let's go back. Wardrobe, guys. Let's go back into the next space. And now I'm going to head on this way. I'll show you the mystery door, which is over here. So this is a large store cupboard. Great. So that's fantastic. Mind you, I never talk about this, but practically every home that looks like this has a loft. Yes, and normally you have to access it through the loft hatch. So even though there's a cupboard there, there's always ample storage in the loft for Christmas decorations and things that you only use maybe once a year or rarely. Now we're going to go into the next room, which is over here. This is our family bathroom. So it smells lovely in here. Yeah, so this is a family bathroom, fully tiled in an option just to show you. In the wet areas, it's fully tiled. And then they've brought it to half height tiling all the way around. We've got an almost floor to ceiling chrome towel rail there. We've got our other fixtures. So this is decor, guys. This has been added on for show home purposes. But what you will get is the fittings, the permanent fixtures, such as the toilet by Rocker, the sink by Rocker, which comes with its own vanity, and that's a floating vanity, so easy to mop underneath. You also have the shaver sockets, which are in the wall, so that comes with the property. And then again, there's things like this hinged glass door, and I feel like the proportions are actually quite big. Sometimes these bathtubs are quite small and narrow, and the ceiling heights are quite low. I'm getting a sense that the ceiling height's quite tall in here. And then isn't that very on trend? It's a fully matte black rainfall shower head with a handheld device. I love it all. Even the bath tap and the waist and the plug are all in a matte black. That's a very strong concept, guys. So it's a very, very trendy home, and it's going to be very Instagrammable. Guys, please bear with me. And then this room is a double bedroom. Love it. So I can't fault this room proportion wise. It's lovely. You've got another meter and a half at the foot of the bed ish, and we've got two bedside tables with these large lamps. You've got the windows without the bars because again we're looking at the rear garden. Yeah, and then you can see here your garage on the garage roof on that side. And let's go around. We've got a little nook here which we can use for reading, homework, or if you're clothes mad, you can extend the wardrobes all the way to the end. And these are some large wardrobes, large double. They look like they're double, but they're actually quite a big chunky set of wardrobes. In fact, they might be, don't want to confuse you, but I was going to say a triple. So a double wardrobe would normally be this width, really. You know, it would normally not be all the way to the end. A double would be like that. So we've got a little bit extra is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, proportion wise, it's lovely. And again, we're seeing the beautiful doors, the handles, the hinges, everything is great quality. But I need to show you the room you're all waiting for, which is over here. So come with me and let me show you the primary bedroom. Why is it the primary bedroom? Well, it has the beautiful balance of the light, the large wall of the fitted wardrobes, which we'll show you in one of the clips. The decor is just excellent. Again, we've got the paneling as a twist there, artwork kind of off-centered. We've got a pendant in the middle. Again, lighting is completely customizable because they've got a pendant here, but they've also got feature spotlights above the wardrobes, which I love. And then we've also got, I was going to say a moment over there. They've put like a TV aerial there. So they're trying to show you or communicate to you without being so obvious that you could have a TV mounted here wherever you wanted. This would be an obvious position as you're lying in bed. You can just easily watch TV And then again, look how big this unit of wardrobes are. And they're fully, I mean, thanks for that editing magic, Brian, opening these up for me. But yeah, oh, and they're also, if you're watching from our homes, forgive me for this, but I must demonstrate how spacious this is. So bear with me a second. Hello. So yeah, they're very wall to wall, continuous, floor to ceiling. There's just ample space in there. There should be no arguments, guys, no arguments on the space. And then, of course, it's the primary bedroom because it's the one that gets the ensuite. This ensuite is just fabulous. The tiling is just beautiful. They look like designer tiles because within the same color palette, we have different formats, different sizes, and different finishes. So they've gone with like, let me just pull this open, sliding shower door. We've gone with like a ribbon texture with those lines on the back, and they're very long, but they are, you know, 4 of those kind of line up perfectly to create one of these larger ones. So it's those little details, those little OCD details are just excellent. And guys, look, this also comes with a rain head purpose, I was going to say purpose built, but it's a purposeful rainfall shower head and then a handheld device. And then they've got the valves on the wall by Bristol. Again, these are very lovely luxury touches. I mean, that's very kind of very modern. I love that. The shower tray is very minimal. It's very low profile, so there's not like a huge step to go in. And then we've got a window, a mirror, and shaver socket again right by the sink. You'd be surprised the number of shaver sockets that aren't by the sink. Got your toilet and your tap, and again the black waste and the black plug and the black tap. And then you've got a window bringing in lots of natural light there behind the door, including a towel rail behind the door. So guys, it's been lovely having you look around this house with us, and we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to Owl Homes for making this possible. We love touring these type of houses. It's very interesting from both a decor point of view, but also architecturally and space-wise as well. Again, if you saw anything that you thought, oh, that's really interesting, leave it in the comments below. And subscribe. Guys, so many of you watch our videos, so many supporters. We read some really lovely comments, but you haven't subscribed. So please click that button and then you'll be notified when our next video pops up. We do post usually weekly. And yeah, our community tab as well is full of updates if you want to keep up with us. Anything else? No? Yeah, so click one of these videos and I'll see you in a second. Bye.